This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. I am here at Keepsake Photography. Since 2002, they have been providing for families a keepsake of their loved ones with a portrait art. I am here with the artist and owner. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start a little bit off with you, Jen. Basically, you had some classes in photography, did a little work on the newspaper, but it wasn't until you had your own child that you realized it was time to do something professionally with photography. Tell me a little bit about that story.
Well, I was an occupational therapist, and when I had my children, one of my son has special needs, and so I needed to really spend a lot of time in therapy with him and doing therapy with him. So I kept my love for photography going, and I found that I could capture some great portraits of him that I couldn't get from chain studios. So I started studying more. I got my certification, and I'm a member of the PPA, and I continually go to classes. And so 13 years later, we've built this studio. I do indoor portraits, outdoor portraits, all different kinds, because I love all types of people and work and adventure. So,
let me ask you this. Obviously, the definition of a keepsake is an item that is kept in memory of the person who gave it, or basically to remember something. In this particular case, we're talking about an image that was given by our loved ones. Is this why people come in looking for something like that?
That's why I trademarked this name, Keepsake, because I know that, a picture says 1,000 words, and when our loved ones are gone, that's what we have, are these memories. I've been asked many times to take pictures of people when they're going to pass away, before they're going to pass away, because family is so worried about not having those pictures captured, that time captured for them. So actually today at 4 o'clock, I'm going to meet with a man who's in end-stage cancer. And they've been married for almost 50 years, and the doctor gave him a year, and this was on his bucket list. So those kind of photo shoots have really a profound effect on me.
As a past photographer, it's almost an honor to capture those kind of images for people, for knowing that you're creating something that's going to outlive us as well as outlive them, and yet it's something they can look back on. In our homes, we put up art all the time to beautify our home, yet there's no more beautiful than the faces of our children. I see it when I walk in your home. Are these the type of wall portraits that you hope our people are putting up throughout their homes?
That's what I say to all my customers, is that it gives your children so much self-esteem to see their faces on your wall as art, more than a flower or something else. So I really believe in it. I stand by it. I develop huge wall portraits in my house of all different stages of their life. And people ask me, well, what happens when they get older? Then do you take that down? And I say, no, it just gets more precious. Absolutely. The time goes by so fast with your families. So another thing I find with photo shoots with families is that it's such an honor to capture that, because I know that they care enough to spend the time and the money on capturing that time in their life, and I know that that means so much, and I love seeing people appreciate each other. So when I'm doing the family photo shoots, it just means so much to their family and to me that they're doing that.
It's an absolute investment, photography is. I look at it as an investment because it's something that gives back to you year after year. Let me ask you, as a member of the PPA, you serve on the board for the state of Colorado. You're a certified professional photographer. Definitely the difference between an amateur and a professional. You know what it is. How would you explain it to people who are out there shopping for a photographer?
That's a great question, because the Professional Photographers Association is such an amazing organization with helping even new photographers really understand lighting, composition, tonal quality, posing. There's so much that goes into a good portrait. A lot of people don't know the difference. They might look at a picture and think that looks professional, but they don't really know how it gets there. So there's so much behind the scenes that gets to a good portrait. And the new photographers that are coming out, I welcome them. I have interns every summer, people who are aspiring to be a photographer, because when I wanted to be a photographer, I wanted to shadow someone and really learn. So I feel like there's never too many photographers. I welcome them. I want to share with them. I network all the time. That's how we can get better and more professional, so that people aren't just taking images, burning the digital images, giving them away. They really need to give their customers a quality service and professional portraits.
Wonderful. One of your specialties is that of children still. Newborns, babies, children. You're the chosen photographer of the Greenwood Pediatrics. How important is it for a photographer to be understanding and patient in that type of environment?
Well, I have a background. I have my Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. I have my Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy, and we had a high concentration in psychology. So I did work on the psych unit. I did work in physical disabilities, acute medical care at Spalding Rehab. I feel like that background really helps me to know when I work with newborns and children, I know the developmental stages on top of having 3 kids of my own. I know what to expect. I know what's safe and what's not safe. I've worked with so many kids with in wheelchairs or have, lost vision from a cancer. And I feel like that gives me a better understanding because it's not just knowing how to use your camera and know the settings, and you have to really be able to connect with people and make them feel relaxed and comfortable so that you can make them look their best.
Originally, you're from New Hampshire. You've chosen Colorado as your home. What a beautiful, perfect setting for some great outdoor photography. Usually available most of the year. Share with me a little bit about outdoor photography that you offer.
Well, I can shoot about 9 months of the year. If it rains, it might just rain for a little bit. We go all over Red Rocks. I have beautiful vistas up here at Daniels Park. Even the parks, we have waterfalls and big, huge oak trees, and people love the outdoors with the tall grasses. There's old historical farms here. There's one in Parker I love. And I think it adds to family portraiture for landscape, so it's not just their faces. It brings in that beautiful outdoor scenery, which we all love living here for, is because we love being outdoors and hiking and biking and walking and always see people outside. So I think that's the type of people that live here, and they want that in their homes. But also it's great for senior portraits as well.
Excellent. I mean, like you exposed earlier, you said psychology it plays in this. I believe that is so true because your first job is to help people relax, help them relax and really feel at home. How do you feel a residential studio is able to help you do that?
I feel that when people come in, they just feel at ease. They don't feel like there's other people around watching them. I always connect with people. It's really important to know what their style is, what they like, what they don't like. And I always find something beautiful about someone. And then it's my job to make them see that.
Wonderful. There are many stages from the newborn, especially at the beginning, that they're going through. Share with me what the Baby Blessings program is all about and how you capture those stages.
This is one of my favorite, absolute favorite, because there's something magical when people have a baby, and the fact that they want to spend that type of investment and time and make their baby the art on their wall says so much. And there's so much love in this room when we photograph those babies. They come back at 6 months or when they're sitting, and again at a year. And then we can capture those milestones all at one time. They finish their baby plan with a beautiful leather-bound album. And the mom and dad they don't have to do a thing.
Wonderful. You began in 2002. I imagine already or very soon you're going to be coming full circle with some of your clients. We're talking about high school senior photography, or you maybe have photographed them when they were younger and now they're seniors. Share with me a little about senior photography and why you enjoy that.
I have one family that I've photographed all 3 children, 10 years worth of family portraits, and they've become friends of mine. The senior portraits, I feel like, is their time to shine. We go outdoors, they have outfit changes. I always want either the mom or dad to be there because I know how busy those teenagers are. And when we can grab them for like an hour and a half to be with them is so special. So it's, whether they do any extracurricular activities, whether it's like writing or, musical instruments, sports, whatever, I always have them incorporate that because that's how they've probably spent at least the last 10 years of their life. So it's really a celebration, and they enjoy it, and they're so tapped into photography and social media that they love to celebrate each other that way also.
Absolutely. Your studio is very warm. It's cozy. How many folks can you accommodate here as far as a family portrait goes?
I like to keep a family under 5 here, but really I use this for professional headshots, newborn, babies, children, and sometimes I'll do some families in here, but a lot of times we like to go outside for families, and sometimes we incorporate some senior things in here as well too, and do outdoors.
You mentioned social media. Not only are the seniors using that, but anymore we, as professionals, we're using it with business profiles. You're able to accommodate corporate profiles, portraiture as well.
All the time. I have one today, actually. I had several yesterday. They often need their headshot updated. And it's really important that I make it look current, that they're not too photoshopped, so they don't look 20 years younger. You know, we have to, embrace our experience and our wisdom, and that comes with smile lines. And so here, I think we capture that well with the studio lighting. I can really mold the lighting the way we want it. I have so many different backgrounds, but I also go into, I'm Remax, the corporate office. I am their photographer. So I go in every month and do their shots there. So businesses can have me come into their office building, and we can do work there as well.
So you name it, on location, you can take care of them there, or right here in the studio, or beautiful outdoors, Colorado. This journey of professional photography really began with you by being a mother. You're now able to capture the children from newborns all the way up to high school seniors, but really it even starts before that. Maternity photos, those are very important, and it seems to be popular nowadays.
It's become so popular. Now we're designing maternity dresses. We're making it more of an art, doing a painterly edge to the images, and really embracing that time in a woman's life where they are creating life. And I believe that that's such an important part of the whole baby plan as well.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, first of all, you're going to see some great images, a gallery of many, many images there. We've been showing you many on the screen so far. We're talking about really beautiful Colorado portraiture inside the studio. If you're not sure what it is that you're looking for, give her a call. She'll set up a consultation with you, walk you through the steps of how easy it is to capture a wonderful image of you or your family that can be chosen as a keepsake for many, many years to come. Let me ask you, one of the things, as an investment in photography, digital world, what people are doing anymore, are they able to purchase the full digital as well, if that is a choice?
Yeah, definitely. I let them purchase their images as well, so they can print them. It's part of the packages that they can choose. They all love that. I also have some other new technologies that allow for people to have apps on their phone with their photo shoot session, so they can quickly just tap on the home screen, show everyone all their seniors' images. That's also in my product guide as well.
Wonderful. In 2010, you were chosen third out of, I believe, 5,000 for a magazine contest. Was it kind of neat to be recognized amongst your peers?
It was so special. And after that, as far as being in that Professional Photographers Association magazine, PPA magazine, they also asked me to be a Hot One Awards judge, and then also they contacted me for the professional, for the Profit Center piece as well.
Wonderful. Obviously, you've had some recognition professionally, but quite honestly, I imagine when you hand over an actual image of someone and you give them a keepsake that you know is going to end up on their wall, at the end of the day, is it a rewarding occupation? That's
the best part, is I get hugs all the time. Every day, people are smiling back at me, and it's so important for me to make sure that they are so happy, because I do this for that reason alone. So I keep my photography more of a boutique type of offer, and they get the whole experience. I start with them, I take their first phone call, I consult with them on everything from location to clothing, and I also fulfill their order. They have the ordering session with me, and then I am the one who gets to hand over the package when they come to pick it up. And lately I've been taking pictures of them next to their big wall portrait smiling, or they take a picture of it over their fireplace and send it to me, and that touches me. I love it.
Portrait art by Jen. Last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. That is Keepsake Photography. Check them out on the website. You can see the Facebook page as well. They'll keep you apprised of any specials they may have going on. And just keep in mind, this is a year-round studio that can be done outdoor photography as well as here in the studio. This began back in 2002 by a mom who basically wanted to capture that image of her child as well. And now she is sharing those blessings on to you. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.